Hi there, welcome back. I just want to continue this tutorial series that I started. Let's go ahead and start a new project. We'll just do 128 by 128 and we'll start here. So this is your toolbar for any of the tools that you're going to use for Aseprite. They're pretty much all right here. So we'll start with the rectangular marquee tool. It's essentially just a selection tool. It allows you to, if you wanted to select in a rectangular shape, you can do it. It comes with all different kinds of shapes here. You've got the circle marquee tool. You can do a lasso marquee, which allows you to pretty much shape around where you need it. It's more like drawing the selection. You can refine your selection more. And then the square, essentially you can drag, then click, drag, then click, drag, and then you can do an actual square selection. What this kind of allows, it's like a polygon selection. So you can actually, let's get this right here, bring it in, and actually can select more of a square but polygon shape. And then the wand, which essentially, if you have anything in your scene, you can use the wand tool to just select any of that color. So like if there's a different color on here, you can use it to select just that color, you see? And essentially it allows us to be able to separate by color. We can also only affect the area within the marquee tool itself. So I'll just put this down right here. Now if you see, I can draw inside, but I cannot draw outside of the marquee. So it allows you to add detail in areas only where you want the detail. If you don't want it to be outside of that area, it will not. And if you want to get rid of it, all you have to do, you can either do Control D, or you can press select and then deselect. And that'll also get rid of it. And now we'll move on to the pencil tool. The pencil tool is just your basic draw tool. If you want to add anything to the scene, you use your pencil tool. For the most part, for most things, you'll use just the pencil tool. And it allows you to draw by pixel. And you can increase the size up here. You can change the shape of the size, or you can hold down Control and use your mouse wheel. It will also increase the size. Here we can do a square, we can do a circle, and then you've got the line if you need to draw anything like that. You can change the size, you can change the angle of the line brush. Well, pretty much any of them, it will change the angle that it's at, see, the rotation. Then you have the simple ink is just simply ink. And then you have the lock alpha, which if you have any ink down and you want to only affect that ink, you can use the lock alpha and it will allow you to only draw on your image. And then shading can be a bit more advanced, but it's still really nice once you figure it out. So what you can do is, if you have the colors over here in your palette and you want to just you want to increase the shading, but you don't want to sit there and draw it pixel by pixel, you can actually use this and it will actually change the colors based on the colors you have selected. And you can reverse it if you want to go the other way. And it's really nice for shading. And then the dynamics for the brushes, you have the stabilizer, which affects basically the smoothness, how the brush flows on the page. You can mess with it and you can really feel how it changes the way the brush feels. It's mainly used for This is mainly a part used for if you use like tablets or anything. This really helps make it easier to use the tablet, make it feel better. And then Pixel Perfect. I don't really draw without Pixel Perfect, because when you do, I mean, there's some times where you need to if you're trying to do something like filling in stuff real quick or whatever, but most of the time Pixel Perfect stays on. It gives you those nice pixel art lines, you see. So really, it just makes it look way better. And then you have your symmetry options up here with the brushes. And then next we'll move on to the eraser tool. The eraser tool is as it sounds. It just erases. That's all it does. You can increase the size of the tool just like you do with the brush. Control mouse wheel. You can change the shape just like brushes. It works just like the brush, it just removes the pixels. The eyedropper tool allows you to select colors. So if you have this color here, and you have this color here, and you don't really want to go all the way up here to select this color again, you can just use the eyedropper tool, select the color, there you go, select the eyedrop, select the color, there you go. Or you can hold down Alt. On Aseprite, the shortcut is just Alt. All you do is hold it down, click the color, there you go. Makes it super simple when you're trying to switch, and you don't have to keep going up here to your color palette to pull the color every time. You can just select the color you want right there on the page, and it's right there. We got the zoom tool. As it sounds, it allows you to zoom in and out. If you just hold the mouse down on the page and you go left or right with it, it changes the zoom. You can also just use your mouse wheel, but the tool's there. The move tool just moves the image around without affecting it. It doesn't move the whole canvas, it just moves the image on that layer. And then you have, oh, I missed the actual move tool, which moves the entire canvas. But you can also just hold down middle mouse wheel and move the canvas that way. It's much quicker than just having to select the hand tool. All right, next is the paint bucket. The paint bucket tool essentially allows you to, so say you have an area with no color in it and you want there to be color in it. You can grab the bucket tool and just drop the color in like that. The shortcut for that is, all you do is you just hit G, then you go right back to your brush, which is just B. The shortcut for brush is B, and the shortcut for your paint bucket is G. And then if you hold Shift G, or you just go over here, you can select the gradient tool. The gradient tool allows you to select two multiple colors, and you can actually make a gradient. You click on the image and then you drag down. Now if you don't, you have to make sure you click on the image itself. If you don't, it will actually just do it on the background here. So you want to make sure whatever you want to be the gradient, you have the colors selected on both of your options here. In order to select the colors for the two different brushes you have, you can just left click or right click on the colors. It's really simple. You left click is for your left click, obviously, right click, right click. And then you make sure you have both of those colors selected, and you can go over here, hold down on the picture, and then just drag up or down, whichever direction you want the gradient to be. And depending on where you click on the object is where the start of the gradient is. We'll move on to the line tool. As it states, it just draws lines, straight lines. It's very nice if you need just a real quick straight line. The curve tool works similarly, but it's a little different. It allows you to curve the lines, and as you click, you get up to 2 different curves on the line. It's not a tool I use very often, but I have had to use it before. Alright, now the rectangle tool allows you to just draw if you need any kind of basic geometry. It's right there. You can have it where it doesn't fill, like that. It's just a solid, an empty square box or shape, or you can have the filled, which it will actually it will actually fill the entire space for you. It's convenient because then you don't gotta sit there and grab the bucket tool and refill it yourself. Same thing with the circle tool. Just like the square tool, only it draws circles. Just like that. Just like that. Alright, next we have the contour tool. The contour tool, essentially you can select an area, you can just like this, and it'll fill it for you. It's contour, adding darkness to areas essentially. And just like that. It's real. I don't use it very much. I probably should. It's not a bad tool. And then the polygon contour tool. It's like the polygon marquee tool, only it fills the area for you. Now we have the blur tool. Blur tool, it blurs things. It's not a tool I use very often for pixel art, but it depends on if you're not doing the low resolution pixel art and you're doing more high detail, it could be a tool you use, but it's not a tool I use very often, actually at all. All right, and then the final tool here, we got the jumble tool. Jumble tool, it jumbles the pixels up. It can add texture to an image depending on what you're looking for. Like just doing that, it kind of jumbles up the pixels and makes it look just a bit more natural. I've used it for a few things. I mainly use it for like wood textures and stuff like that. It can really help, or any kind of like dirt and grime. It can really make it look more natural. And I think that's going to conclude it for this tutorial. I think we covered all of the brushes. All right, well, if you liked what you see, like and subscribe and just let me know.